An all-class reunion for graduates of the University of Minnesota Duluth's Master of Tribal Administration and Governance program offers a glimpse into the success of the program.
So we decided at the inception of the Master of Tribal Administration and Governance program at UMD that after 5 years we'd bring all the classes together. We have a lot of folks coming in from all over the place. Altogether we have 81 grads, and most of them are working in Indian country. 9 or 10 of them have gotten elected into leadership positions. A couple of folks are secretary-treasurers of tribes, a couple are on the council. We want to check with them periodically. I think we'll probably do this every 5 years, and check in with them and see how they're doing. It's just our way of saying, welcome back and congratulations on the work you're doing out there in Indian country.
UMD's Master of Tribal Administration and Governance is the only graduate degree program of its kind in the country, specifically designed to train people in the best management practices of tribal governments.
I was already in a leadership position with the band. I was the Commissioner of Administration for a while, and then I moved on to Government Affairs. And the program basically just enhanced my experience with education. I needed to understand tribal politics and federal law that applies to tribes. So it really enhanced my experience as a tribal leader. And then the opportunity to run for office came up, and I felt prepared for it. More prepared for it than I did before I took the course. It's specific in federal Indian law, which is the basis to understand tribal sovereignty and the federal government's responsibility to tribes. It gives you insight to why we are the way we are now.
I think my time during MTAG, I enjoyed it. It was something that I always wanted to get my master's degree before my kids started college, and the opportunity was there. We had we had the consultations also at Boys Fort of the different course content, and it was something that I wanted to pursue, and so I was able to do it. And I did like reading up on a lot of the federal laws and how they affect our tribes today, and a lot of the rulings that happened in the Supreme Court that happened years ago that still have an impact on how federal legislation is enacted and how it's going to impact our tribe. And so I feel that the more information that I could gather and understand would only help our tribe. I became good friends with a lot of people that I graduated with, and still keep in touch on a weekly, if not monthly basis. And so every time we get a chance to get together, it's always fun to get together and talk about things and learn from each other.
I actually think it's a good event. I'm very excited to be here and be part of this. Not only will it give me a chance to reconnect with my cohort, but also to meet cohorts that have gone through the program as well. So in addition to seeing where everyone is today, I think it's a great networking opportunity, and I'm just pleased to be here. I was actually the Chief Financial Officer for Red Lake Gaming when I became part of the cohort, and I graduated, and I actually, within a year after graduation, I ran for our tribal council, and I was successful. I utilize a lot of the things I learned from others, and I think it's just helped tremendously.
One way to measure the success of the MTAG program is by the number of graduates that have gone through the program. But another way to judge success is by the value placed on the program by current and former students.
I'm here with the certificate program, and so they have us coming to meet with some of the the MTAG graduates, and so it's kind of good to kind of come together with different people in the region who have went through some of these programs. So there's the master's program, then there's the bachelor's level program, and now they're rolling out the certificate level program. And so I think the certificate level program is going to have a huge impact for tribes, ongoing, for people who might not want to sign up to go back to school or to start school, that they can have a certificate program to help kind of better equip and prepare some of their staff and their administrations. The tribes are going to benefit, and that's kind of the ultimate goal that we want, is tribes better prepared to self-govern themselves in the best way possible.
The measurement is really, what the degree is doing for people. If it's advancing what they wanted to learn about Indian affairs, if it's advancing their careers, if it gave them an outline from what they might run into in their careers in Indian country. But for the most part, we want to teach people the best practices for running reservations. And that's what we're all about. Our goal is to educate the next generation of tribal leaders.